Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down all the brand new Firework and GOAT Series LUKA cards coming out today here at NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I promise y'all 2K is damn near spitting in my face with this one. They dropped GOAT LUKA right after they dropped GOAT Dirk. Literally, my two favorite players of all time come out in like a span of 5 days, and I can't get either of them. Gotta love it. Regardless, it is what it is. It's not like I've really been playing this game anyway, so do I really care that much? Not really. Regardless, it is what it is. This drop, I mean, it does have some promise to it. There are a couple things that I'm interested in. Number one, Shawn Bradley, really interested in him. Is he going to be good? Number two, Richard Jefferson, is he going to have a change of release? Those are the two most important things about this drop for me, between the free card that looks elite and potentially the buyable card that could also be elite in Shawn Bradley. So that'll pretty much, those two guys are probably going to tell me whether or not this is a good day of content or not, to be completely honest with y'all. And I'm excited to hop into this game and see what is what. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So Shawn Bradley is 7'6" with a 7'5" wingspan. That is the value of this card, is that he is an absolute giant, a Taco Fall, Yao Ming, Zach Edey type counter. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. 79 speed, 75 three ball, and a 79 ball handle. Those three things are, and lateral quickness, honestly, are your four main shoe boosts right there. Speed, three ball, ball handle, and lateral quickness. Ideally, if you have Coach Phil Jackson as well, that'll give you like an extra +6 on speed, ball handle, shooting, that type of stuff. So he could be really, really useful for that as well. But this card, I mean, with the right shoe boost, with the right coach boost, and with some added badges, is absolutely exceptional. As is, he's good, but he does, I think, need the extra shooting badges. He's got 8 badge slots, so you're probably looking at adding bailout, break starter, handles for days, and then 5 shooting badges would be my personal opinion, at least. Whether those shooting badges like Agent 3, blinders, corner specialist, limitless range, guard up, green machine, dead eye, space creator, spot find, probably spot finder over space creator. But there's like a few you could definitely go with, even slippery off ball. So he's going to have some badges missing that you'd like to have, but at the same time, this is a buyable 7'6" center who, with the right shoe and coach boosts, is going to be basically pretty much 90 speed, 85-ish three ball, high enough ball handle to timing burst with the coach that boosts ball handle and a shoe. And then his release is really good as well. I mean, this jump shot Zeddy Osman base is actually one of the better bases in my team. Kyrie's dribble style is really good. Trey escape, John Wall drag back, Jamal Murray behind the back, potentially, maybe. He's 235 pounds. I think that's light enough to trigger the behind the back. So if he's got a really good behind the back as well, I think he'll be able to trigger that too. So this Shawn Bradley card is super interesting out there as a buyable counter for the Giant centers. I think, especially with how good of his SIGs he has, how good of SIGs he has, and how solid his release looks, like this card is going to be a really, really nice counter who's almost a must-have card, especially if badged out and with the right shoe, to counter a lot of the top gambling cards in the game. Gives you an elite level buyable big to counter that, which is really, really nice. It's a very, very important hole to fill, I think, and Shawn Bradley does a really good job of filling that hole. Austin Reeves is 6'5", 6'6" wingspan at point guard. I mean, this card will be fun to use, but outside of that, I just don't think I can say much else. I mean, SIGs are phenomenal. Release is really good. Pro 2 fade. Like, I like him offensively. He's going to be a great 300 defensively. He is capable, not unbelievable, but pretty good. Good finisher, but like with the 90 driving dunk and Hoff finishing battles, like as a whole, he'll be a really fun offensive card. He's a little undersized at point guard at 6'5", but that does not mean at all that he's not a very solid, usable PG. If you're an Austin Reeves fan, a Lakers fan, this card is super solid as well. Can definitely be used at a high level. Domantas Sabonis, 7'1" with a 7-foot wingspan at the power forward or center position. Definitely going to be better size-wise as the power forward position. He actually looks really solid all the way around in terms of stats, badges. The question with him is animations, and his only release I don't think is that great, I'll be honest. It's not awful though. He does have Kyrie dribble style, Trey escape, and Steph's drag back now, so much improved SIGs. This card is also pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, all 3 of these dark matters are all really, really good. Sabonis is probably the worst, but all 3 of them are super solid, and Shawn Bradley especially jumps off the page as one of like the best buyable cards in all of my team, especially with the right badges and shoe added. Luka Doncic, the free version of Luka, is very, I would assume, underpowered comparatively. No immovable enforcer at all. Yep, there you go. That's number 1. Not exceedingly athletic, although okay. 98 three ball. He has his own release, of course. SIGs are very mediocre, and fade. I actually like Luka's fade, but still, that's not going to cut it. Luka's just not that good, to be completely honest. On his base dark matter, definitely the worst card from today's drop. Now, these other 4 Lukas are basically all the same thing because they're all point guard eligible, and so the secondary position doesn't really matter that much because you'd play Luka at point guard anyway. So 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. The question with this Luka is SIGs. Okay, SIGs are exceptional. Release, he's basically his 100 overall. This is basically 100 overall LUKA, pretty much, with slightly better or slightly worse stats, slightly worse badges, but still super complete Hoff Immovable Enforcer, elite playmaking, shooting, and finishing badges as well. Versatile, good defender with Clamps, Fast Feet, Glove, Rights to Cripper, 94 feet, all that type of stuff. Like, he's a really, really good card. Basically, this is 100 overall LUKA, pretty much. All of his Dark Matters are going to play just like 100 overall LUKA and going to be super duper solid. Then we get to the 100 overalls. Obviously, we got 100 overall LUKA, who I assume is basically the same as his other Dark Matters. In fact, let's check. Is he literally just his previous 100 overall 2.0? He is. Same SIGs, same release. Yeah, no, same card. Literally the same card. So yeah, all his 100 overall and all of his Dark Matters are going to play the exact same as his previous 100 overall, basically. Then you have the other 400 overalls, which are Wilt, Carmelo, Jaw, and Paulo. Paulo's at 6'10 with a 7-foot wingspan. I'm sure, just like all these other cards, he's really good. Did he get his release changed? He did not. Okay. SIGs wise, I mean, obviously very good. Like, I don't know. This card's gonna be fine. There's no doubt about it. I think Paulo's gonna be good. He's a really, really solid 100 overall. 6'10" small forward. Release is okay. SIGs look good. Like, as a whole, super solid card. Not somebody who unbelievably jumps off the page at me though as like best small forward in the game. Although he does look really good. There's just a ton of good cards that are gonna be very similar to Apollo Bunkera. Jaw is too small to be elite, and honestly, if you compare him to his regular card, same release, same SIGs. Like, he's the same card as his Dark Matter. And if you compare him to his 100 overall, I mean, even the stats, I don't think in most areas it's that big of a deal. Now, like, does a plus 15 strength matter? Kind of. These defensive boosts, none of them are really significant enough to make a huge difference. Rebounding, who cares? Post moves, I don't care. Like, as a whole, this card is going to play basically like his Dark Matter, which means very fun short point card to use. Not top tier elite overall card. Definitely the worst of the 100 overalls today. If you lock in the set and get Jaw, that will be pretty disappointing. Carmelo Anthony, 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, has everything, obviously. Pro 2 Fade, really good release, has the top tier SIGs now that his previous card was kind of missing. And then obviously has every single key badge, every single key stat on 99. Like, he's incredible as a whole. Just a very, very good shooting guard. There's a lot of good ones, but Carmelo is another great one. And then we got Wilt. Does Wilt have his own release? He does not. Oh, wow. 2K changed Wilt's release. They know what they're doing. They know people don't like Wilt's release. They changed Wilt's release. He's much better than he would have been if he has his own jump shot. KCP base Gorandragic upper is actually really, really good. So this card's gonna be phenomenal, like absolutely elite. It's really great SIGs, and I think as a whole, this card is going to be phenomenal. He's got all the shooting badges. This card's amazing. Yeah, with really good SIGs, Hoff handles for days, and a great release. This is one of the best bigs in the game with his changed release for sure. At only 7'1", again, I say only, but at this point in the year, that's probably more power forward than center. But he does have an 8-foot wingspan, and he's going to be really, really good. So 100 overall, it looks like an absolute dog. We get to Invincible Richard Jefferson. This is the free card for, is he triple threat offline? They said in the freaking blog which mode he was the reward for, but I forget who it was, so I'm checking real quickly. It is, yes, triple threat offline. 100 wins, a triple threat offline for Richard Jefferson. 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, 99 stats across the board, 70 Hall of Fame badge, include every single important badge in the game, basically. And they did change his jump shot. Romeo Langford base is a big upgrade on his previous jumper, which was Greg Brown, which was very much a catapult jump shot. Now, Larry Upper's still not the fastest upper in the game, but this will make his jump shot much smoother and more consistent and better. Kyrie dribble style, Trey escape, John Wall's drag back, and that pro behind the back likely is Jamal Murray as well. So as a whole, you're looking at a great card with the elite level SIG and obviously perfect stats and badges. And then now that they changed his release as well, Richard Jefferson is a dog. Elite level free card out of triple threat offline. Get the 4 pullable Invincible, Steph, Braun, Joel Embiid, and Devin Booker. Joel Embiid getting a Team USA Invincible when he's literally never played a game for Team USA is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. Devin Booker, only 6'5" at PG, does have, wow, they still gave him all his own SIGs. Why does Devin Booker never get any change SIGs at all? Like, he still has his own escape. Means his behind the back's not going to be a good one either. This card's not that good at all. He's the same as his 100 overall in terms of what he's going to do, and he's not that great because his 100 overall was not that great. Devin Booker, not exceptional. Joel Embiid, does he have his own release? Yes, he does. His SIGs look very good. He's too heavy to trigger behind the back. His stats and badges are exceptional. This card is good as well. He is, but I don't know. Like, I don't love Embiid's release, and he can't trigger behind the back. He's good. He is, not taking away from him, very solid big, but there are definitely better bigs. LeBron is probably just a clone of his 14 other cards. He is, same SIGs, same release. Yep, he's the clone of his previous 100 overalls, basically. Point guard eligible as both of them, or as one of them at least was as well. So, I mean, yeah, it's another 100 overall Braun, just like the one that came out in freaking April 19th. So 2.5 months later, we're getting a card who's going to play exactly the same. So LeBron is great, but again, I don't know. It's not a new card. It's very recycled content there. And then Steph gets his Invincible. Steph's Invincible is going to have very good SIGs. That's nice. Kyrie Dribble Style, Trey Escape. He did not have Kyrie Dribble Style or Trey Escape on his last Dark Matter, so that's an upgrade SIGs-wise. He's too small to be truly exceptional in my team at this point. You're kind of like John Morant, who I talked about earlier, but this Steph, I mean, I'm glad they at least changed his Fade to Pro 2 and changed a couple of his SIGs to slightly better competitive level SIGs. So if you pull Steph, he's going to be super solid as well. But again, not a game-changing card by any means. And then finally, we have GOAT LUKA, who is 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, perfect stats, perfect badges, and Patty Mills base. Same exact SIGs and all that stuff besides the Patty Mills base, but the Patty Mills base should make him one of the best point guards in the game because that is the best jump shot in all of my team. His upper still is on LUKA upper, which is not going to be unbelievable, but as a whole, it'll be an exceptional top-tier card, and unfortunately, an almost unattainable, basically unattainable card who is going to be completely unattainable for me and the majority of the community who aren't spending their life savings on packs. So it's another predatory gambling drop, no doubt about it. At the same time, Richard Jefferson looks like an awesome free card, and Sean Bradley looks like an elite level competitive viable center who can compete with the best bigs in my team in terms of his size and versatility on the perimeter, and also has a good release and good SIGs. Should be a really good card. And as a whole, this is looking like a really good drop. I really do think so. I think this is going to be one of the better drops we've gotten in a while because there is some depth to it. The Bible cards are all good, and there's a really nice free card as well. And then the mystery event also starts today, the mystery pack LTM. So it looks like there's a good amount of content the next few days if y'all are looking for stuff to do on my team. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.